What's up, guys? Today I bring to you the moment I've been waiting for. Rolling Wrenches CDI box. What exactly is this thing going to do for me today? Well, I reckon I'm gonna get to go over 50 miles an hour depending on how I set this thing. So in the packaging we got we got some airheads players. We got a Rolling Wrench Pro build sticker. And we got the CDI box. Installation for this, if you're mechanically inclined, is going to be very easy, I imagine. So just take you guys through the process. Okay, there's going to be two things you need to, well, maybe three things you're going to need to identify their location. One, you're going to take your key. You're going to open up the seat of yours, release the back seat, because you need to identify where your CDI box is, because you want to know what you're going to be replacing, right? So, looking at the bike like this, you come up to the top here, and this bad boy is your CDI box. Next thing you're going to need to identify is where the spark plug is on your motor, because the other half or the other side of that CDI box is going to be the cable that goes to your spark plugs. So, looking at the bike, come around to the right side, locate the spark plug, which usually goes to the cylinder, and you see that guy right there? That is your spark plug. So this cable right here, this is your cable that goes to the spark plug. So you can wiggle this out and you can see the spark plug in there. You see? Wait. Before we install this thing, let's do a top speed run before, just so you guys can see the consistency differences between the two, the before and after. So let's do that first. Something I feel is overrated is going to be tire pressures. I think not overrated, but overlooked. A lot of people don't think about tire pressures with these things. You need a motorcycle license to get these. So at some point in time, someone or something has pointed tire pressures to your attention. And if not, this video will be that thing. You want to make sure you have the right tire pressures in your bike. If you're a heavier person, for example, Honda does have a recommendation, but you may need to go a little higher than that. I do understand there are some heavier people, 200 plus riders that rides these things. And so you may go up 2 to 3 PSI from the stock numbers. So I have about, I think 2 PSI higher than recommended. Recommended also is for the stock tires, the standard tires that the Navi comes with. If you buy a different tire and it's a different compound, you may need to go up or down. Oh my goodness, you may need to go up or down. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, I was distracted. You may need to go up or down on your tire pressures, so keep that in mind. All right. And we're not tucking. It's got the perfect day, guys. All right, well, we'll tuck it. See how much faster it goes when you tuck? That's what it actually, like almost 3 miles an hour, you guys can see. It's just going strictly off indicated. That's not bad at all. But who can ride a Honda Navi tucked for a long time? That's crazy work right there. Now we're going to go back to the headquarters
and put the CDI box in so you guys can see the difference.
Adjusting the rev limiter is easy. Locate the rev limiter, okay? Get you a real small flathead screwdriver. As you can see the 8, the 9, and the 10, right? It's set at the stock limiter right now, which is a little actually less than stock. So you're just gonna turn that thing to whatever RPM you want it. Now it's around 87, 8800 RPM stock. So do what you will with that. Now let's go see what that feel like.
Okay, so we're gonna go without. Let's see what it does. It's slower. I'm not even gonna go all the way down. You guys can clearly see that thing is slower. It's not going any faster. We're gonna go tucked this time around. Oh no, this is god awful. This is horrible. I'm gonna turn it all the way the other direction and see what happens, because that is terrible. All right. All right, so we'll see. Now that's better. Do not turn it all the way to the highest settings, because you will over advance it. Not impressed. I'm gonna go a little bit higher. We got it all the way to the very last line on the scale. So let's see if that makes any difference with top speed. I don't expect to get more acceleration, but definitely more top speed. The power, what you make is what you make. You know? All right, let's get it. Can we at least get to 55? You know? All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go talk. Okay, I was ridiculously curious and turned the dial all the way to the lowest setting just to see if there would be any difference. This is a test no one tells you about. So I turned this all the way counterclockwise just to see. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Did anybody else see that? It came with the dial turned a couple of clicks to the right of where it's at right. It is literally, don't tell me you didn't see me. It is literally a couple of clicks to the left. I mean, it's all the way to the lowest setting. So we'll go tucked. So, do what you will with that. Road here. Okay, we're picking a different road here that has more of a downhill. We'll see if it makes a difference. Man, some of these old people are gonna kill somebody one of these days. This is the last try before we hang up this video. just terrible.
I'm pretty sure someone's wondering if I think it's worth the $200. Well, I guess it depends. If you got money to just throw away, sure. If you're trying to modify on a budget, probably not. Well, why? Well, you guys saw the results. They were all pretty much the same. One thing I found out today is that my Honda Navi has a taller rear tire, thus far making my speed a little bit actually higher than it's indicating. That's one thing I figured out today. Another thing I figured out is once my Navi gets hot, the clutch seems to start sticking. Like I don't know if that's an overheat thing or what it is. And when I say it starts sticking, when I come to a stop, I could feel the clutch grabbing and it's wanting to move the Navi forward just a little bit. Just if I got off the Navi and left it running, it would move forward at maybe a quarter or a half a mile an hour. Just something I noticed. I've never known that because I never rode the Navi for that long a time. And that could have been because of the top speed test, maybe overheating, and now I have some issues with my clutch system. I don't know. But I think money could be spent elsewhere. Maybe with changing your clutch to a lightweight clutch, and changing the balancers. They have whole kits that you can buy that'll give you the full package. You just have to be able to install it yourself, which if you can't, it probably will cost you a little over $200 or well over $200. But I think if you plan on building the motor up for your Honda Navi, I think this CDI box is well worth the money. But if you think you're going to just leave it stock and just throw bolt-ons on it, probably might want to just leave it stock as far as the CDI box go. You might not gain enough. Think your engine has to make the horsepower to rev higher at speed effectively. If your engine's making stock horsepower, it actually might be efficient enough because Rolling Wrenches did do this to a stock motor and they did do it at high altitude. We don't know if they did rejetting to their motor because, at high altitude versus lower altitude, usually you would rejet your engine based off of the DA and the air fuel ratios that your motor would be having to need to have in order to run efficiently. So whether that was done or not, is one thing, but I'm under the impression they did it to a bone stock Honda Navi, which means that, I just didn't really see any significant differences between the adjustments. That's all. So anyways, on the segue, I appreciate you guys watching dearly. Stay tuned, like and subscribe if you think you want to see more videos from this channel. All right, support your boy. That's all I got, man. I've waited for the perfect day to do this test. It took about 4 weeks for this perfect day to show up, at least on a weekend. So I did what I could. Wanted to give you guys the best content when it comes to this. So that's why all the information on the screen, rider's weight, tire pressures, et cetera, because all those things are important. You know what I mean? So thanks for watching, guys. Peace.